What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here, and I want to welcome you to our Profit Power Hour webinar. Excited to have you here. We got some fun stuff to go over tonight, and everybody's piling in the room. So while everybody is piling in, we're just going to do our introduction. We do the same thing every week. We have over 18,500 people that are in the Profit Power Hour. I want you to think about that. 18,500 action-taking entrepreneurs, from beginners to advanced marketers doing 6 figures, 7 figures. We even have had a couple of 8-figure entrepreneurs come out of this group. So it's just absolutely incredible. I'm so excited to have you here. I love doing these Profit Power Hours every Tuesday for my most VIP action-taking students. And while everybody's piling in the room, let's go over our welcome screen. Can everybody see the welcome screen? Just say yes in the questions box if you can see it, and my team will verify that. If you're new, we can see anything you say in the questions box, and you cannot see other people chatting, but we can see everything that you say. All right, sweet. All right, so look, on the right-hand side, we have my social media. We've got Facebook, we've got Instagram. Now, on Facebook, I go live and I post a lot of content, so make sure you follow my Facebook page. Like, for example, this weekend, I went live while I was swimming, and I answered some questions and hung out, so it's a great spot to connect. On Instagram, let me get my webcam on real quick. I didn't realize it wasn't on. Can everybody, let's see, is it coming up? Can everybody see me? Yes? Awesome. All right, awesome. Everybody can see me. You can see like my little neon lights back here, the cool artwork. You know, I got my owl right here. So he's noticed that the owl's face is an M. See what I'm saying? Cool. So like I was saying though, Instagram is a great place to connect with me on a day-to-day basis. DM, post stories. YouTube, I post content every week, completely free, that I don't post anywhere else. So go subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com, Adrian Morrison. And then Clubhouse. We'll skip Snapchat because I don't really do a ton there as of late, but Clubhouse, we actually created a Profit Power Hour club on Clubhouse. It is free for you to join. And if you go follow me on Clubhouse, I will be going live once a week or so doing these e-com strategy rooms, whereby you can come up and I might audit your store for free, answer questions. I'll be dropping a link maybe next week to our Clubhouse room. If you haven't heard Clubhouse, it's this like revolutionary 2021 social media network that has connected everybody during quarantine. And it's all voice and audio. So it's really neat, very personable and interactive. And if you follow me on there, you'll also see when I go on other stages. Like I was with Harley, the president of Shopify, not long ago. We did a room together, lots of e-com rooms, entrepreneur rooms, so on and so forth. And then Twitter, I tweet here and there. On the left-hand side is our suggested Shopify tools. Full disclosure, these are mine. I created them for the most part. Interest Scout is epic. Like, you got to get it. If you're a Facebook marketer and you're not using Interest Scout while it's available, then you're leaving a lot of time wasted, and you are leaving a lot of potential targeting on the table. So go check that out. It's like 20 bucks, but an essential app, if you will. And at the bottom left is the fulfillment companies we recommend. We recommend Pillow Profits. That's going to be right here. So Pillow Profits right here. We recommend Shine On, which is profitpage.com Shine. And so these are some phenomenal apps that plug right into your Shopify store. And Zendrop is a company that I'm investing in. I will be on their advisory board. I believe in their company big time. So just make sure that you definitely go use Zendrop. They are epic, and you can get a free account there. And then at the top at shopify.com/Adrian Morrison, you can start your own free store through my Shopify partner link with a 14-day free trial. All right, so we got that out of the way. Last week, we went in and we did a epic webinar. So if you missed last week's webinar, this is a continuation from that. And if you just go to your Access Adrian account, go down to My Courses and Software, go to Profit Power Hour, click on that, come up here to Webinar Replays. So if you click on Webinar Replays, 2021 trainings, you'll see last week's training. Hover your mouse over my profile photo here and just smash that subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because why would you want to miss out on content that I post there? Now, let's talk a little bit about what we did last week. And oh, by the way, before we do that, make sure that you go into our Facebook group with 18,500 absolutely gorgeous people that are entrepreneurs, beginners, 6-7 figure marketers. We're all in this together. We're crushing it with internet marketing, and we're all here to help each other, one big family. Tell everybody to hop on the Profit Power Hour right now, because we are going to talk about how to get a Facebook account reinstated if it's ever disabled. One of the biggest obstacles Facebook marketers face. And then we're going to continue on with this Facebook campaign that we were launching and talk about, launching the ad, finding the targeting, how it's all going to work. And it's all very simple. So if you're new and this is your first time on a Profit Power Hour, you're kind of jumping in the middle of like a 4-week little series that I'm doing. So just go watch the replays, right? And it doesn't matter if you're Ecom Quick Start or Ecom Success Academy member. We are, doing these webinars for you every single Tuesday. And if you just stick with them, make them a routine, I promise you, it will turn you into a far more expert marketer than you could currently claim yourself to be right now. And I just share my screen and we do marketing. I show you what I'm doing in my business, what I'm launching. We launch campaigns together. We choose products together. Nobody else does this, especially for free. I think I'm the only person in the world that teaches e-commerce every single week on a webinar for free for my VIP students without charging you. So I've been doing it for 6 years now too. But go to the group, tell everybody to hop on the webinar. And we have an amazing Profit Power Hour group. So if you are not yet in our Profit Power Hour group, just go in and make sure that you apply to be in the group. It takes 5 seconds. We'll get you in 24 hours. We have like 18,500 plus members in here now. You can communicate with people, chat with people. Like for example, yesterday we had Leslie post that she just got her first sale, $70 for her first sale. Congrats to you, Leslie. So you can see people's success stories in here. On March 26th, we had, was it Vicky? Vicky Violet got her first sale within 10 minutes of her soft opening of $12.65. And so I know that a lot of people are like, Adrian, that's only one sale, right? Why aren't you showing us Mark Reed, who went in and did $713 so far for the week? I mean, why aren't you showing us 1,000 and 10,000? It's because seeing your first sale, right? Seeing that first sale is what that aha moment when you realize, holy moly, this stuff actually works. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about like everything that we were doing last week, all right? And we've been going through launching this product analysis report, this product that we did this product analysis report for. So we found this Bluetooth tracker that people are putting on dog collars to keep up with their dogs. And you can also use this to keep up with your keys, your wallet. Heck, you can put it on your toddler's belt buckle if you aren't belt loop, and keep up with your toddler. And we went over where the vendors are on AliExpress. So like, for example, whoops, I don't know how that even happened there. Sometimes Google Sheets is just funky. But anyways, let me just undo that. All right, so let's go back to view and full screen, boom. All right, so we found the vendor here on AliExpress. So we could see the vendor here on AliExpress. We can get these for about $3.83. Ship these from China, and shipping is going to be a bit delayed, but you can also find US vendors. We also went over the fact that you can find the same product on Zendrop. Now, Zendrop is epic because Zendrop handles everything for you, and the price point's a little bit higher, but you're looking at 10-day potential shipping times for international and for USA. You also can get expedited shipping, and they'll do branding for you. You can white label. It's incredible. We're not going to get into that today. As a matter of fact, go watch my last YouTube video, and I talk a lot about Zendrop. All right, so we went over this. We found both vendors. We went over the niche, the demographic. We know that similar products are doing $100,000 a month with Amazon, eBay, Walmart. There's 12,000 people a month searching for similar items. Google Trends was showing us that it's on the rise. Competition's low on other Shopify stores. So we did this epic product report, right? And it's great. And I gave it away completely free. And last week, prior to our webinar, I went and I launched some Facebook ads for this product, because we're launching this product together. And so these are the ads that I created, and I showed these last week. We're going to talk a little bit about AIDA and the formula we went over last week for writing a good ad. But I personally handmade these ads here. I just found some images on Shutterstock and put some text up here, and I called this the Pet Tracker 2000X Bluetooth device. And I put like a picture of a lost pet here, and then I found a picture of a phone and said you can track your pet, right? And then same thing here. It's like this is essentially marketing through fear of losing your pet. You don't ever want to have to put a poster up of your pet missing on a tree. If you have a tracking device, when they get out of the safety zone, you'll know that they've escaped your backyard or whatever, you know, safety zone they're in within tracking distance. So these are the ads that we launched. And so the product is tried, it's tested, it's proven. I launched some ads. Now, last week, the problem was that the ad account got disabled. Yep, that's right. The ad account actually got disabled. As a matter of fact, I left the account up just so you could see it say that it's disabled. So I launched the ad, and within 15 minutes, the ad account was disabled. And it blew my mind, because the tracking device is not, the tracking device is a compliant product. It's just a little pet tracker, a wallet tracker, key finder. There's nothing wrong with it. I submitted the ad. 15 minutes later, my entire ad account is disabled. So you'll notice this yellow warning up here that says, Adrian, only active accounts can create ads. And then down here, you'll see where it says ad account disabled. How many of you have had this happen before? Just go ahead and you can actually see the ad that I launched right there, Pet Tracker 2000X ads V1 retail. All right, so 9 times out of 10, Facebook screws up. 9 times out of 10, when your ad gets disabled or your your account gets disabled like this, there's no reason for you to freak out, okay? Because Facebook has like these bots that crawl and look at ads, and they're not smart bots. They accidentally disable a lot of accounts that are legitimate accounts. And it's always been a problem with Facebook. Ever since I started, it's been a problem with Facebook, like 2008, right? So it's a never-ending issue, and it's a part of the game. Look, if you're gonna play baseball and you want to be a professional baseball player, right? You've got to step up to the plate, and you've got to hope that that pitcher does not hit you with the ball 95 miles an hour when he throws a pitch, because it's going to hurt really bad if he does. Does that make sense? But if you want to make the big bucks in the MLB, you get your butt up at the plate, you get ready to swing the bat, And you know what? If you get hit, you take the hit. You walk to first base and then you move along. Does that make sense? Yes. So anytime that there is potential great reward, there's also going to be a little bit of risk. And with Facebook, the reward is phenomenal in that you can advertise and do all this targeting and you can build an epic business. The risk is that Facebook's going to be silly and they're going to disable your account by accident. And you don't know what it is you don't know. Most people, if they get their account disabled, they're like, oh my gosh, it's over. I'm never going to be able to do Facebook ads ever again. And that's not the case. You just don't know what it is you don't know. It's easy to get a Facebook account re-enabled. So last week, I was like, yo, this is stupid. Like, this is nonsense here. This account, this ad's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with this product. Then go against TOS. I review the TOS every week and policy, and I'm a trusted advertiser. There's nothing wrong. It was just a mistake. And so I got the account re-enabled in literally less than 24 hours. How many of you in here would like to see exactly what I said to Facebook to get them to re-enable the ad account? Because it's inevitable. It's going to happen to you, especially if you're a noob. You know, and all you have to do is appeal it and write something in like what I'm about to show you, and it gets re-enabled. I've done this a gazillion times because Facebook realizes that their little bots make mistakes. So it's just a part of the process, but it's nothing to fear. It's nothing to worry about. So let me just pull this up real quick because this is an important lesson to go over. And even advanced marketers are like, yo, how do you always get your ad accounts re-enabled? And I say, dude, it's really easy. Like, it's simple. I just say this. But let me first go over this. So y'all saw, you can see right there on the screen, it says the ad account's disabled. Does everybody see that? Yes. And when I click on that even further, y'all, this is what it shows me. This is a screenshot because I don't want to have to like click around all in the accounts, but this is what it would show me. It says, hey, Adrian, your account is disabled. It was disabled on March, 23rd or something like that. And it'll tell us over here, you know, your account's disabled for advertising policies and you can't run ads and you can't do this. You can't, oh my gosh, everything's over. Life is, business is done. I'm never going to make any money ever again. No. What you do is you just come over here to the right, and you'll see where the red arrow is, and it says request a review. Yo, if you think this is a mistake because we know that we make mistakes, then request a review, appeal this. So I hit the little request a review button, and this is what I wrote to Facebook. So I'm going to show you all exactly what I wrote to Facebook. So you'll see here that I went in and I requested a review, right? So you'll see here March 25th. Can everybody see this? March 25th, I requested a review. And so I requested a review, and below that, this is what I said. I said, hey, Facebook team, y'all should, you know, pay very close attention to this, by the way. I said, hey, Facebook team, I think that a bot mistakenly flagged my Facebook account. That's important. I believe this business manager, right, was flagged by a bot. We read the Facebook TOS and studied the Facebook blueprint every single week. So because the first thing that happens when a Facebook account gets disabled is people say, Facebook says study the blueprint, right? And so I go ahead and I let them know, I said, yo, look, we read Facebook TOS, the Facebook policies every week, and we also study your Facebook blueprint every week to stay up to date, because we are happy to comply with all advertising policies and guidelines. And y'all know that to be true. I always tell you, like, be overly honest in your ads. Don't go gray, you know, don't mislead people if you want to stay in business. And then I say, I understand sometimes bots make mistakes. So I'm acknowledging that I think that this is a mistake made by a Facebook bot and the algorithm. But I'm still saying this is a mistake. And I say, hopefully you can manually review. That means a real person, and turn our business manager account back on, as I'm a verified Facebook advertiser. since 2008. Thank you. Now, most people will go in and they will say, you've ruined my business and I didn't do anything wrong and now I can't make any money. And they yell. Imagine being the person that has to read these messages all day. One of those Facebook interns that probably hates life because he gets yelled at or she gets yelled at every day by people that got accidentally disabled. So if you go in there and you say, this is, BS and you guys have ruined my business and I didn't do anything wrong and blah, 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 you know what I would do? I would hit delete. Like, I ain't even trying to deal with somebody yelling at me because I ain't even the one that disabled your account, right, as a robot. But if you approach Facebook in an understanding manner but still say it was a mistake, it's very different. So by saying I believe it was mistakenly flagged, I'm saying I didn't do anything wrong. You guys, I think, made a mistake. And I study policy, so I know I haven't done anything wrong. But I understand sometimes bots make mistakes, so hopefully you can manually review this and turn this back on. Now, within 24 hours, actually less, because I did this at 12 p.m. on March 25th. Within less than 24 hours, they say, hey, Adrian, thanks for reaching out to us. We have reactivated, ding, ding, ding. We have reactivated your advertising account, and you should now be able to create new ads and manage your existing ones. Boom, just like that, in less than 24 hours. So this is like a part of the game. It's nothing to freak out about. You see what I said? There's no like trick to it. I just let them know I study the tool. I've read the blueprint. I know the policies. I want to comply with policy. I understand that a bot probably made a mistake. Please review it. Get me turned back on. And so I went from my account looking like this right here when I log in, where it's like, everything's over, it's done, you're screwed, life is over, to logging back in and it looking like this, like green, PPH green. After a requested review, we determined that access to advertising was incorrectly disabled. They're actually admitting that it was a mistake, right? Because it was just a random red flag by a bot. I don't know how, doesn't matter, okay? Doesn't matter. What matters is that we understand that sometimes when we submit ads, even if they're totally fine, something in them, it could have been the word tracker, right? Could have been a red flag and immediately got our account disabled. Now, why would the word tracker be something that could red flag and mistakenly get our account banned? Well, as I've thought about it over the last week, because we want to learn a lesson from these things, I thought maybe it could have thought that it was like a spy device that would track people unknowingly. Facebook wouldn't like something like that. Like, we don't want to use language that could make it get confused with, some sort of like malware, spyware, or spy tools or anything like that. And my brain and my education and experience in this for over 12 years tells me that that's probably what red flagged it. And then they looked at it and said, oh, this isn't a spy tool, this is a dog tracker, and boom, they re-enabled it. However, y'all, I want to err on the side of caution, because if this happened to me, even though it was clearly a mistake, right? Even though it was clearly a mistake, I would like to err on the side of caution, and I'm still not going to show you, I'm not going to recommend that you launch these ads that I created. I'm just not going to do it, because I don't want the same red flag to accidentally, mistakenly happen to your account. Does that make sense? Just say yes. Listen, you got to pick and choose your battles, right? So if we feel like this could mistakenly flag your account, get it disabled, then you have to wait 24, 48 hours to appeal it and get it re-enabled. No big deal, but why? There's a zillion other epic products that we could advertise that won't potentially red flag your account. Does that make sense? And this is why I'm here. This is why before I show you how to launch an ad, I do it myself. I put myself on the front line for you. I take the hit first. I figure out what the bumps in the road are, what the mistakes could be, and how to do it the right way. That's what a real mentor does. I don't just BS, make this stuff up, and then, you know, come on here and tap dance for you like it's a show. Like, I really run a business with e-commerce, and so do you. So I want to show you exactly what I'm doing, and I want to show you the struggles that and obstacles that I hit too. The benefit that you have is that when I hit those obstacles, your boy's got 12 years under his belt of dealing with Facebook. So I know what's up, and I know how to handle and mitigate those. So my recommendation, though, as much as it absolutely sucks after all the work that I've done for you, and a lot of the work maybe that you've done on this product, is I can't in good conscience recommend that you go advertise this on Facebook if I feel like the word tracker or something like that could throw a flag. Now, you could play with the language and take tracker out, and I'm not saying it is tracker. I just believe that tracker might flag, like their algorithm might see tracker and think it's a spy device or something, and then they manual review and see it's not, and then they let you go. But in good conscience, I can't tell you to advertise this. So we're gonna make a pivot. And that's what business is about. It doesn't matter if you're doing e-commerce, affiliate marketing, podcasts, it doesn't matter what your business, real estate, it doesn't matter what your business is. You have to make pivots sometimes. And I don't want to be that fake guru that you know, acts like everything, I'm just perfect, because I'm not. Like, I make mistakes. Some of my ads fail, some of my ads win, and I teach people how to do it and avoid the mistakes that I make, so I lose money for you. And I make money, and I show you how I did it, right? So I want, that's what the Profit Power Hour is all about. It's about showing you what just happened. I submitted an ad, it got disabled. I know I got disabled. I know that it was a mistake. And then I show you how I got my account re-enabled with one paragraph, and boom, now you're educated, right? And somehow it took me 29 minutes to explain that to you. I probably could have done it in 10. But that said, here's what I'm gonna do for you, okay? Because we're still launching ads. Your boy never gives up. So what we're going to do is, we have created this. If you've been watching the past couple weeks, you've probably seen this 10 times, 15, 20. We're launching the ultimate dog lover package, okay? That's what we're doing. And we were going to start out with pet life jackets and pet beds. And I ran across this pet tracker, and I was like, yo, that's sick. Like, let's pop that off. And I don't feel comfortable running that as an ad. Now, that does not mean that you're not going to make money from this ever, and there's no potential to make money from it. It just means that probably safer not to make this our front-running ad on Facebook. So that means that one of these 3 items become our trigger ad on Facebook, meaning this is what's going to get people's attention. And so right now, we know that pet beds are like straight fire. Like, I've literally sold a lot of pet beds myself. And I know people that are selling an immense amount of pet beds, and you know, it's just it's a hot product right now. So, and pet life jackets are something that I personally have been selling for the longest time, and I talked about it last week, and we've made a lot of money. So here's what I'm going to do, okay? Next week, and we're not done with tonight's webinar, I'm just telling you what the plan is. Next week, I'm going to get you a free product report, free report on this. Don't you dare go to another line. All right, so next week, I'm going to get you a free report on this, okay? On this one, and I'm going to get you a free due diligence report on this one. Is everybody with me? So what that means is, I'm going to create one of these for you. I have my team do a due diligence report. We're going to go over cost of goods, retail, profit margin. We're going to find vendors on Zendrop and AliExpress. We're going to go over demographics, which will be the same. We're going to look at what the search volume is and what the the revenue, like the sales volume is on Amazon, eBay, By the way, I'm building a tool that will do all of this for you. It's not done yet, probably about 6 weeks out, but you will be able to one-click get this information in the future. But just wait for it. It is so freaking sick, but it's not done yet. Well, at least for public release. But I'm going to make you this due diligence report here, and for both of those items, so you have them, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to launch a Facebook ad for this, and we're going to launch a Facebook ad for this. Now, my gut tells me and experience tells me this is going to be the winner, and this is going to come in second place, but we're going to launch ads for both. And we're going to create what is called a sales funnel, all right? So we're going to create a sales funnel. And we can find these products very easily over here on AliExpress. Let me just pick up AliExpress real quick. Their website's being stupid. All right, that's not new. Come on, AliExpress, let's load. Come on, I ain't got all day. All right, so you know what? I'm just gonna go Zendrop. Zendrop will load fast. All right, so in Zendrop over here, if I go to find products and I just type in, you know, dog harness, boom. Look at all of these dog harnesses that we can immediately start drop shipping. Now, we also could type in dog life jacket and see if anything comes up. We might have to do a little bit more digging for like there we go, some dog life jackets with shark fins on them. We talked about those last week. Sometimes you got to play with the words like dog life jacket and put it like this. Maybe we'll find some other ones. All right, and then we've also we're going to do a dog, what was it, bed or a pet bed. All right, and really when you're looking at doing reports like our due diligence report for the pet beds, we're looking at what size pet bed is selling more. Is it for big dogs like labs, or is it like for tiny pups like my dogs, Maverick and Dasher, that are 4-pound, you know, Pomeranians? Either way, we know that these suckers are popping off right now. And the other good thing about these is people will buy pet beds like this one right here. They'll buy these for different rooms. So they'll have a pet bed for their bedroom. They'll have a pet bed that's going to be in like this one right here might be in the bedroom or by the side door, whatever it is. People are going to buy multiple pet beds for multiple rooms, and they're going to buy different pet beds for different dogs. So each dog typically would have their own bed. So one customer might come in and buy 4 or 5 pet beds. So that means that one item listed on your store and one customer could really generate 3 sales, 4 sales, right? Because people are going to buy multiple rooms and for multiple pets. Does that make sense? Just say yes if that makes sense to you. All right, cool. That's why I really like pet beds, and I think that they could potentially be the winner. And this is the funnel that we're going to build here. I drew a little bit of a funnel out last week on a new type of whiteboard. So if you go back and watch last week's training, then you'll see about, what is it, 43 minutes in or so. This is the funnel that we went over. I drew this out last week, so I'm not going to draw it all over again. But we're going to build this out though. So you're going to run a Facebook ad. It's going to go to the sales page, but on that sales page, you're going to have upsells, emails, bundles, email captures. And the idea is to really build out a funnel, a real sales funnel that you can run on Facebook to generate money. And I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So let me just real quick, pull something up for you. All right, so what am I doing? Oh, whiteboard. Okay, let me show you how this would work. Can everybody see my whiteboard? Okay, sick. Lego. All right, so good old whiteboard. It's done me right for so many years. Here's the thing. Here's what you need to understand when you're running Facebook ads, okay? There is going to be, all right, so here is our, we'll just call this our, don't be OCD, Age, don't be OCD. Sorry, y'all have to witness me like talk to myself and stuff. So this is going to be our Facebook ad formula. Okay. So our Facebook ad formula, and let's just highlight this because why wouldn't we highlight blue? This blue looks awesome. And I'm really gonna help you decipher like how real people make money with Facebook ads. I'm not gonna BS you, right? I'm just not that dude. So there is going to be something that is called a front end product. Okay, there's something called a front end product, and this essentially is going to be your profit trigger. This is the product that when somebody sees, they just can't help themselves. This is supposed to be like a smiley face. Well, let's give them some like eyeballs. What? That's the creepiest. No, like that's not the person we're looking for. Like for real, we're not looking for that one. We're looking for that person that's going to see this and let's try this again. And they're going to be like, oh my gosh, that thing is so awesome. And they're going to literally pull their money out of their pocket and say, take my money. They're literally going to see this and they're like, oh my gosh, I have to throw my money at this product because I want it. That's why it is called a profit trigger, all right? So profit trigger. And that's why the pet tracker was such a good potential front-end product, but we don't want to take the risk with that product, okay? But you're gonna have this profit trigger, which is gonna get people's attention. And this profit trigger essentially creates for you a funnel. So your funnel is going to kind of look like this. And it's going to drop leads in, this front-end product is. And the front-end product is probably not going to generate a profit for you, okay? Really what it does is it drops customers, all right? It's gonna drop leads and it's going to drop sales both into a funnel. And this funnel that's going to create money for you is number one, it's going to be a email list, okay? So we're gonna have a email list. And the other thing that it's going to create for you is a ability to upsell. So an upsell is also, so these would be two different things that we're going to be able to do. These are your money makers, right? So your email list is where money is. Upsells are where the money is. The front end product up here, this product right here that I'm about to highlight in yellow, this is just an attention grabber, right? And you're using that ad that you create, that Facebook ad that we talked about last week. So this is your AIDA Facebook ad, right? So this Facebook ad is going to represent your front end product. Does that make sense? But it's going to drop leads into your sales funnel, and I'll just highlight these in blue here. It's going to drop leads into your sales funnel, but it's also, right, going to represent the front end product that you're advertising. Does that make sense? And from there, what it's going to do is it's going to create for you an email list and a ability to upsell. All right, that's essentially what the model looks like. So after this, you're going to have back-end product number one, back-end product number two, and you'll also have back-end product number three. Now, these products will probably be our, life jacket, our pet harness, and our pet tracker that we're not going to submit on Facebook. Does that make sense? So we have our jacket, our harness, and our tracker. These are called back-end products. And our upsells are going to sell these, and our emails are going to sell these. Does that make sense? Now, here's the thing. If you have one of these set up, if you have a funnel set up like this, and you already have products, I've been teaching this for 5 years, I call them complementary products. But if you have this set up, then you can actually break even on the front end to create profits. What does that mean? That means that here is your funnel. All right, so in this funnel example, here's what's going to happen. Because next week, I'm going to have a new due diligence report for 2 products for you. I'm going to hand create 2 new baller Facebook ads, and we're not going to have any problem with Facebook ads, just to be safe. And we're going to build this funnel. All right. So the funnel example is going to look like this. You're going to have a Facebook ad. All right. So step 1 is going to be we're going to call this a front end product Facebook ad. Is everybody with me on that? Your front end product Facebook ad. It's not necessarily always designed to profit, because step 1 costs money. So this is where you spend money to earn money. Is everybody with me on that? That's the cycle here with this. You are spending money to earn money, and you're taking that earned money to spend it, right, and to earn more. That's what most people do. And yes, it does lead to success, and it does in fact generate some profitable sales. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but let's just say that we were spending $100 to earn $110. Does that make sense? We were spending $100 to make $110 a week. Who the heck wants to run a Facebook ad and make $10 profit? That's stupid, right? Like, you don't want to spend $100 to make 10 and then just keep doing it over and over and over and scale and scale and scale and scale with a crappy 10% profit margin. Like, nobody wants a 10% profit margin. You're really looking for a 20 to 30% profit margin. That's hot, okay? 20 to 30% profit margin is hot. But like this traffic right here, this is like mega money right here. This spending $100 or spend $10 to make 12, right? Either way, this money that you're spending on this front end product and this ad, what this is doing is, while it's breaking even, if you will, here we go, back to my funnel, it's creating also, as you're doing that, this funnel here that we've been drawing, and it is dropping all of these people in this funnel, which we already went over, so I'm not going to do it again, and it creates for you big time money potential. So that's why in this funnel here, we're going to put a lot of money signs. This is what a lot of people aren't teaching. They're teaching you how to run an ad on Facebook, and then you got to, like, if that doesn't profit, you're screwed. And that's not necessarily true. It's just simply not true. This funnel, if you create this and you do it the right way, it is going to legitimately rain sales for you if you do it the right way. And it will be fully automated, right? So let's put here, you know, a fully automated passive income. And when I say passive, and I mean like recurring, because once this is set up, it will just spit out sales for you because of step number one. So step number one is the reason that this even exists, right? Now, come over here. All right, this funnel here. Step two is that funnel, right? And so I guess this is a better illustration of what we had up here. But so you're spending $100 to make 110. But let's just say that we have over here. So let's just say over here we have through this funnel, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Y'all follow me, right? And so week 1 might spit out sales, and week 2 might spit out sales, and week 3 might spit out sales, because this is going to be for a product 1, product 2, product 3, product 4. Does that make sense, y'all? So in this funnel, we're advertising these other products like that dog tracker and everything. And that's where these sales are coming from. But there's also a step 1.5. All right, so step 1.5 is going to be what is called the upsell. Now, the upsell is a way for you to take that $100 that you're spending to generate 110 and turn it into 150 or 160, right? Because everybody that clicks on that Facebook ad must be interested in whatever it is that you're upselling. So if you're advertising to somebody a bed, a pet bed, right? Like we're gonna do next week, or a pet harness. So if we come over here to Gear Grabber, let's come over to, I think I have some dog stuff on here that might have upsells set up, I don't know. So let's just say that you're selling this LED dog harness. Let's see if I have an upsell set up. All right, over here to the right of the dog harness, do you see these cross sales here? These are cross sales, upsells. We're gonna say, yo, like you're getting the dog harness. If you're walking your dog, get the water bottle, right? And if you're not interested in a dog harness, then get the dog collar. And if you love your dog, then get this little friendship dog charm and necklace where you wear the dog bone, and the missing piece of the dog bone is the missing piece of the charm right here is the dog bone, and that's on the dog's collar, and the bone is actually around your neck, over your heart, whatever. So these are called upsells. This is called an upsell, right? When we add it to the cart, this is an example, so it says Black Friday, but we try to sell them the dog water bottle. So if you do this right, okay, if you do this right, and you know, my veterans that are on here, you know this is nothing new to you, but this upsell here can increase your ROI by up to 20 to 30%. Which is huge. So upsells can actually increase your ROI up to 20 to 30%. So understand that that takes that $100 to make 110, and it turns it into potentially 130. And honestly, depending on the product, it turned it into 150, right? So this is key, right? This is how you turn one simple teeny tiny, and this is what we're going to build out. You turn one simple teeny tiny Facebook ad into an ad that isn't necessarily designed to profit from the product that it's selling. It's designed to get the appropriate avatar, the appropriate customer to click. And that's why the product that is in your ad can't be boring. If you're advertising a boring product, then our formula that we went over here of AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action, like if you don't have a product that has the wow factor, AIDA doesn't work, because the number one thing that you got to do is get attention, and boring stuff doesn't get attention, right? So it's imperative, it's important that you understand that if you're going to execute this funnel here, no matter what business you're running, it cannot be a super boring product. Now, what makes a pet bed not boring, right? Well, there's a lot of people that are interested in home decor, right? There's a lot of different types of pet beds that are fashionable. There's a lot of different pet beds that have funny sayings on it and that are personalized sayings. And also, you know, people are connected to their pets in a way that they want their pet to have something comfortable to enjoy. They look at it differently than some other things. So it's an important piece. Like, what's one of the most important pieces of furniture in your home? It's your bed, right? And for all those people obsessed with their pets, then they want to make sure their pet also has a really comfortable thing to sit on. And I think that's why pet beds sell so well. And they also look good, right? In your home if you get a nice looking pet bed. That's why those work. Dog life jackets. Why do I say that we should advertise dog life jackets? And why would a dog life jacket, you know, contribute and work well in a Facebook ad to the AIDA formula, attention, interest, desire, action? It's because you probably have never seen a dog that's swimming with a shark tail, right? So let's just say that this is your pup here. Excuse my art. Okay, here's your little ears. Here's his little tongue. All right. And you've probably never seen a pup that has a shark tail, right? So when you see an ad, I know that's terrible, but when you see an ad of a puppy that's got a shark tail on it, and you're like, oh wow, that got my attention, right? And so this is how you turn a life jacket for a dog into something that is interesting, something that gets attention, and then something that people desire because they want to take cute photos of their puppy wearing a shark life jacket, or they want to prank one of their friends by putting, you know, their pup in the pool, letting it swim with the jacket, whatever, right? And it will compel people to take action. So this is how the AIDA formula works, and that's why a product like that pet life jacket would be a hot product to push in this funnel. It also will get people to buy more than one, because people typically might buy 2, 3. And products that you can upsell with the life jacket will be the novelty pet life jackets, you know, more serious ones like basic ones, personalized. We're looking at the water bottles. We're looking at all sorts of different things to build this ultimate dog lover package and build this funnel here, this 2-step funnel, or, you know, 2.5-step funnel. So we write this Facebook ad, and sure, this Facebook ad may profit handsomely out of the gate, but I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that if it doesn't profit perfectly out of the gate, it doesn't matter. Why is it that You know, I'm able to profit from Facebook ads, marketing the same thing that Joe and Sarah and you know, whomever else over here is failing with. It's because Joe and Sarah don't have a proper funnel. Joe and Sarah are shooting from the hip. Joe and Sarah are putting all of their eggs in one basket, and they are praying, hoping, wishing, whatever you want to do, that literally they can run one single Facebook ad for one single product, and that everybody will just love that product so much they will buy. They don't have any of this other stuff underneath the red dotted line. Are y'all with me on this? But if you run a Facebook ad under the red, and you have everything already prepared under the red dotted line, then you can afford to lose money on your ads. Yes, you can lose money on your ads. That means that you could afford to, in this scenario, you could spend $100 and you could earn, let's just say 90, right? And you're not going to freak out. Now, most people that spend 100 and earn 90, this is what they do. They're dead. They're like, I can't go on like this. But when I have a funnel like this down here, I'm happy. I'm happy because I know that, and I see, I have like a laser vision, if you will, toward this funnel over here of all of this money, because I know that because I have the funnel, this 100 through emails will turn to 130 through an upsell, right? Might bring it that customer to 160, right? So if you have everything that I'm talking about here, which is all simple stuff, below that line, you know that those people that you lost $10 on, like you were negative on your ad spend, you know that if they hit that upsell, poof, they're up at 160. If they hit those emails, you know, you might take that from $90 to $130. So this funnel is designed to create for you a way to afford to go negative on the front end if that were to happen, which I'm not saying it will, but it could, and not freak out because you have what is called a sales funnel designed that is weeks out, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So this guy here on these sales here in step number 1 that made you money 4 weeks ago are going to be making you hopefully money 6 weeks from now. Does that make sense? Because you're always going to be emailing and upselling and cross-selling and bringing them back to your store. So when you launch this ad that we're going to launch next week, I just want you to understand that this ad is not the holy grail of you're going to launch an ad and spend $10 and make 50. I've done that many times. I've spent $10 and made 100, but that's not really the goal. The goal is to have a consistent, stable income, a sustainable ad campaign. And we do that by launching a baller ad with a product that people desire and will get their attention and compel them to take action. And when those people go through and they buy, and we give them a really, really, really good deal to get them to buy, we make a little profit. We're really aiming for about 20%. And when we break even or go a little bit negative, we're not worried because we know that we're going to generate fully automated recurring passive income through and by means of an email marketing sales funnel. And we're going to have upsells in place that if if you have these upsells in place, actually you shouldn't even end up like this. Like you shouldn't be spending 100 to make 90 if you have step 1.5 implemented, and definitely step 2 implemented. Does that make sense, y'all? Because by implementing an upsell, you turn 90 into a bigger sale, right? Because you're getting people to stack their cart and buy more stuff. It's just about making sure that you have what's under the red line. Now, even some of my people on here, like I know I have big intelligent entrepreneurs on here. We've got, Kathy Mack gets on here. She's done 7+ figures. We've got Kathy Brown Richardson on here. So we've got 2 Kathys who's been studying this for a long time as a moderator of the group. We've got Brian Rolfson on here, who's been getting on here for years and years, and Jim Bear, and you may, if you're one of those people I just named, you might be saying, Adrian, like this is kind of basic, like, we get this. Here's the thing though, is that just because you know something, you've learned something, doesn't mean that you're implementing it. And if you're implementing it, it doesn't mean that you're implementing it 100% the best way possible. I can't tell you how many times I look at my funnels, I'm like, oh, I could have done this better. Oh, I could have done that better. And so I want to really go through how this should, in fact, be set up. And I was just talking to a lady, it was about 3 weeks ago, I think it was, and she told me, she was like, Adrian, I'm running a store. We're doing $12,000 a month. Let's talk about this real quick. She said, this is another student. This was an ESA student. She said, Adrian, I'm doing, or I was doing, $12K a month in sales. Adrian, I have an email list of 30,000 people. And I said, oh, that is sick. So you got $12,000 a month in income coming in, revenue. I don't know what her profit margin was. And you got an email list of 30,000 people. So even if you were making 12K a month, right? If you're utilizing that email list to your fullest extent, you could turn that to 15K or 16K potentially. And she said, but Adrian, I have, that's what she said, I have never sent an email. That's what she said. Let's highlight that. She said, Adrian, I have never sent an email. I'm making all this money. I'm focused on that. Adrian, I'm focused on this. I'm focused on that ad that's making me 12 G's a month. That's short-sighted. That's what I said. I said, that is short-sighted. If you're only focused on step 1 because it's making you 12 grand a month or 3 grand or 6 grand a month, that's short-sighted. Because look at this. You got one money sign versus an abundance of money signs. So where should your focus be? Where there's one money sign or where there's an abundance of money signs, right? And so I said to her, yo, like, that's crazy. You got 30,000 people. If you send one email to that list, you should generate 2 to 3 G's. So if you were to send one email a week to this list, I would bet that you could generate anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 in extra sales a week. Let's just go in the middle and say it's $2,000. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. So we're increasing her income potentially, right? This is all just my experience and education, but we're going from 12K a month to potentially 8K a month. That's like, I don't know, that's like a 70% or so increase. I mean, legitimately, with email marketing, it could potentially make up 60% of your revenues. So this is why it's so important that you don't just focus on step number 1. And this is why essentially I thought the pet tracker would be a great front-end product because it gets more traffic, more sales. They could be profitable sales, but it will fuel the funnel. Gas, like literally it is gas for your funnel. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do product reports, and we're gonna make that pet bed and that life jacket be the gas, okay? And I think the pet jacket could win, but I know pet beds are really popping hard right now. So those will be the gas, those will be the fuel for the funnel. And then your job thereafter is what are more dog products that you could sell, or more veteran products, more tactical products, more whatever it is that you're selling, more gadgets, whatever. You've got this list, you've got this funnel that you've built out that's fully automated, this back-end machine, if you will. And now the key to your ultimate success is putting more products every week in the funnel forever. As many things as you can, because that person that bought 36 weeks ago will open up your email and buy again without you ever advertising to them. And we have not even talked about retargeting ads either. So this is just a simple 2.5-step funnel. That's it. Front-end product that uses the AIDA formula that generates, it's gas for the funnel. It's designed to break even, make a 10 to 20% profit margin at most. And where the big boy, big girl money is made is on step 1.5 and step 2. Y'all with me on this? Yes? And so next week, what we're gonna do is we are going to have a product report for this, and we're gonna have a product report for this. And then we're gonna go in and we are going to launch an ad for this, and we're gonna launch an ad for this. And we're just gonna see, and you're going to see, if you choose to launch these ads, you don't have to, we're gonna see which one works better. Which one is better fuel for the funnel? Is it gonna be the life jacket or the bed? And then, excuse me, hiccups. From there, what you're gonna do is you're gonna find a 5th product, the 6th product, the 7th product, the 8th product. You're gonna do t-shirts with pet sayings on them. You're gonna do yoga pants. You're gonna do whatever it is, right? You will have there's an abundance of dog products. And then you duplicate this formula for every other niche that you're advertising, right? And you launch a Facebook ad with the AIDA formula. You have a funnel already built behind it. In other words, you got products to sell. You don't just one-off launch a product. You've always got 2 to 3 complementary products, so you can, in fact, already be prepared with a true funnel. And you don't end up like our student, I won't mention her name, very sweet and intelligent entrepreneur, and like she's crushing it, 12K a month. Like that's awesome. That's sick. How many of you in here would be really happy if you were at that level, or a fraction of that level, right? So we're not saying that's not a lot of money, but what hurts me the most, that makes me sick to my stomach, is leaving money on the table. Because you can never go back in time and get money that you lost, that you let pass you by. Never go back and get it. Now you can make more money in the future, but it ain't gonna be that money that you gave up 3 days ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago. So that's why the #1 thing that I always talk about is getting a product and ad off the ground, and then crushing it with that email list and having the email funnel built up, because that is automated, effortless money that can be generated for your business if you have the right products and you're generating these leads. So, while that's awesome, I'm like, you're probably leaving like, $4,000 to $8,000 a month on the table by not sending emails. I got a line of students that will confirm that to be truth if you have any question about it. So next week, we're going to have these product reports ready. That's my promise to you. In good conscience, I can't tell you to launch the pet tracker, even though I got my ad reversed and my account re-enabled. Everything is good to go. I feel like the word tracker might flag it as like a potential like spy device, and that's why Facebook flagged it and disabled it. So let's be honest, if they did it to me, it's probably going to happen to you. And maybe it won't, but for many of you it will. And I don't want you to even have to go through that and appeal it. So it's best to avoid things that could throw a red flag, even though they're totally good, totally fine. Pick and choose your battles. There's a zillion other baller products you can advertise. Let's advertise those, the ones that are going to give us the path of least resistance. And then we will put this pet tracker in the funnel, and you better bet it's going to pop off. You can put that pet tracker as an upsell and it will pop off. I'm telling you, it will. So we're going to launch these products, launch ads. I'm going to give you a product report. I'm going to write ad copy and product descriptions for you. I'm going to do the works. You better believe it. So you're going to have a so what I'm going to do for you next week, okay? So next week, let's just do next week. All right, so next week you're going to have product reports for the bed and the life jacket, okay? These are due diligence, deep analysis reports, so they're not cheap for me to generate. They're time consuming, and yeah, anyways, doesn't matter. You're going to have product reports. We're going to create done for you product descriptions. We're going to create done for you Facebook ad copy, and we are legit going to find the best Facebook targeting interest, and we are going to launch Facebook ads that are designed to freaking crush. That's what we got on calendar for next week. So I hope you're ready. All right. Hope you enjoyed tonight's training. I'm going to go in the Facebook group and give away $100 cash money to a random person. So go to my Facebook page, and I'm going to go live, and it's going to take me a second. So like my throat is so dry right now. I literally, before I go live, I'm going to go grab a water. But I'm going to go live. And if you want to hop on, you can win $100. I'll say what up and chill for a sec, and we'll see what's good, right? So go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Adrian Morrison official. That's going to be this page or right here at the tip of the top. And I'll give away some money. We'll hang out for a minute, and I will see you next week, same place, same time, right here on the Profit Power Hour, so we can go over all of this free epic stuff that I've created for you. All right, so you have a great week. Stay healthy, stay happy, and keep chilling in the Profit Power Hour group and contributing and posting earnings reports and asking questions, and stay positive. I'm always here, always got your back. I believe in you, I love you, and I will see you next week. Good night, y'all.